Hello, Scorpio. This is your June 2019 reading. So, Scorpio, the first thing that comes up for you guys is kind of like a statement. And I just feel like, somebody's saying, I'm done with all this shit. So, Scorpio is trying to get rid of the toxic things that are in their life, and they are trying to focus on what is going to benefit them. So right now, besides Scorpio for the month of June, focusing on work and their money, also some Scorpios are purchasing a home or a vehicle. It feels very strong with that. Or some are trying to pay off a home or a vehicle. Some Scorpios also are feeling like they're not going to tolerate any more bullshit, or some Scorpios are feeling that they've put in enough time, enough effort, and they feel that what they've given or donated or expressed hasn't been appreciated. So a lot of Scorpios are sick and tired of being sick and tired. Some Scorpios have pretty much just gotten in the car, literally gotten in the car and took off. Gotten in the car and just went for a drive, trying to figure out what's going on, because something got a Scorpio very upset. A Scorpio feels kind of lost or defeated in a situation. A Scorpio's feeling like they can't win in a certain situation. So I see a Scorpio, either male or female, in a vehicle and driving, just driving and driving, trying to clear their mind, trying to clear their head. But then at the same time, the same Scorpio don't know where they're going. They're driving without a destination. So they have no destination that they actually want to go to. They're just trying to go. I also hear that a Scorpio's, and a particular Scorpio, I suppose this could be for, it feels like you walked out on someone or someone walked out on you. So for Scorpios for the month of June, I feel like you're going to be dealing with some anxiety and some stress. I also feel like you feel that you can't get someone, Scorpio, to turn around, or they can't get you to turn around. Or maybe you're the one who walked out. Maybe you're the one who decided to get out of Dodge. But either way, whichever way this applies to you, you can reply on this page or reply on this video about what happened to you. But again, the scenarios could be different for each one of you. So for some of you, it is you that I'm talking about, and for some of you, it's your partner. So whichever way it resonates, okay? I feel like Scorpios feel like they're in between something. Either you're in between loving two people, or you're in between jobs, or you're in between a yes and no, kind of like the yin and yang. It feels like you're unable to decide left or right. You don't know which turn you need to make. You're driving on this endless road, and you've been driving on this endless road for quite some time, and now you're finally looking for a place that you could pull off. You need a rest area. You need to be able to get off of this road and get some rest. So whatever that means for you. Some of you may be a truck driver, and you're doing a lot of driving and you need to pull the hell over. Look, fix your logbook and rest, okay? Fix your logbook and rest. For some of you, you may be leaving or going toward a fight, a war, a combat zone. You might be going towards some challenges. You may be going to fight a battle. You may be having a battle within yourself. For some of you, it could be a battle that has to do with a relationship. Trying to get somebody to understand your point of view. Trying to get somebody to understand your side. I also feel like somebody's turning around. So could that be the person I saw driving? Maybe. But I also feel like somebody's turning around. Somebody's turning over a new leaf. Somebody's going to try to do something a different way. Somebody's going to try to express themselves differently than they normally do. Somebody, it could be you, Scorpio, or your partner. Somebody wants to communicate with you on a level that you're going to understand them, or you're wanting to communicate to your partner. And you want them to understand how you're feeling. You want them to get it. You want them to see where your fear comes from, where your pain comes from, where your worry comes from, where your doubts come from. For some of you Scorpios, I do feel like for the month of June, you're going to either tell somebody, to either get it straight, do it your way, or hit the highway. Because I don't feel like you're going to put up with much more bullshit. I feel like Scorpios have had enough. Some Scorpios, it feels like, that are in a relationship. For some of you, your relationship is going kind of well, but I do feel like there's a few challenges in between. Nothing of a big deal for some of you. For some of you, like I said, with this relationship that's going kind of well, I feel like, there's a few idiosyncrasies going on. There's a few doubts that you may have in your mind, but you're just waiting to see. Pay attention to the red flags, like I always tell you. And when you see something, don't hold your emotions in. You have to open up the communication lines, okay? Really important to open up the communication lines. For some of you, Scorpios, I can see you standing at the door kicking someone out, just telling them to get the hell out. For some of you Scorpios, maybe someone told you to get the hell out, okay? It could be vice versa. A lot of you are feeling very tired, very tuckered out, very mentally exhausted. Some of you, it might be a physical exhaustion. Some of you may be working or holding down 2 jobs and going to school. I feel you being very, very tired, wondering when this is going to end. When are you going to get a break? But I do feel like for Scorpios, there's going to be a lot of good energy coming through. Starting around the 15th of this month, I think you're going to see a lot of changes. I think the challenges that were in front of you are going to be behind you. I also feel like the future is holding a much brighter outcome than what your past did. For some of you, I feel like you have a skull in your hand. It feels like you're holding a skull, like literally a skeleton skull. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is you're feeling kind of empty. You're feeling kind of lost. For some of you that are holding the skull, it just feels like you're looking so hard to try to see the membranes or whatever that would be in there, but it's empty. It's an empty carcass and you don't know what to do. I just, a really gruesome idea why this is coming up. I don't know. But for some of you, I don't know who's walking through a cemetery at nighttime. Somebody's walking through a cemetery wanting to see the names on the stones or looking for certain things. Maybe you're looking for military stones. I don't know what you're doing, but I see somebody walking through a cemetery and it seems kind of dark. I hope you ain't walking in a cemetery in the nighttime. Don't disturb the souls. They talk amongst themselves there. Don't do that. Somebody's going overboard with that. Overboard. I keep hearing overboard. So whoever's doing that, I think you need to tone it down a little bit. Tone it down. Okay, so that took my breath away. So whoever's doing that, I want you to know that you are upsetting some spirits. Whoever's doing that, you are upsetting some spirits. I don't know what you're doing in that cemetery, but they don't like it. I feel like you're walking right on their area where they're laid out. If the stone's here and you're walking where their legs and stuff, they don't like it. You're disrespecting them. They don't like it. Watch out, because somebody will attach to you. Watch out, whoever that's for. Okay, some Scorpios are hanging in the bars a little too much, doing a little too much drinking. You need to cut back on your drinking. Some Scorpios are drinking in the closet. When I say drinking in the closet, that means you might finish work and go get a quick drink before you get home. Or before you go into work, you might get a quick drink. Or you might have a bottle in your car and go get a drink at your break or your lunch. I don't know what you're doing, but cut the drinking down, Scorpios, whoever that is. If that's not you, then that's your partner. All right? For some of you, it feels like there's going to be an opportunity for a real steal. Like it's going to be for a really good bargain, for if somebody's house hunting, if somebody's vacation house hunting, meaning you're looking for a place to go spend a week or 2 weeks at, or you're looking for a really good deal on a cruise or whatever that is. I just feel like you're going to find a really good steal. For some of you, this could be making changes in your bedroom, changing the colors of the walls, changing the sheets, changing the apparels, the pillows, whatever. I just see somebody doing a lot of decorating. For some of you, you're meeting up with somebody, or you've met up with somebody, and sex seems to be the biggest part of the equation. Somebody that you're trying to talk to or hoping to talk to, sex seems to be one of the biggest reasons for this person trying to do this. I feel like too that somebody else is telling you that they don't want to be attached, or they don't want to be committed, or they don't want to be in a relationship. They just want to have a good time. So whoever that's for. I also feel like there could be some kind of southern belle, southern charms, southern comfort. Maybe somebody's drinking again, got southern comfort coming up. But there's something going on with southern. And I feel like, I don't know what I'm saying southern for. it feels like the energy. It feels like the energy with the southern part is coming from family. So when I say southern, I don't think I'm meaning south, like south states or southern states. I think what I'm talking about is old-fashioned country values is what I'm meaning. So somebody is definitely going to be dealing with old-fashioned morals, values, things of that nature. Somebody's going to implement them into their relationship. But for the most part, Scorpios, like I said, this month of June, you'll be focused on your money. You'll be focused on your finances, paying bills, getting things paid off, making purchases, trying to get something accomplished. I also feel like Scorpios, you could be involved in a relationship that is just all sex. It is nothing but two adults agreeing to having a sexual commitment that way, meaning you know what it's about. You hang out, you go places, you have a good time, and that's it. Call it a day. For some of you Scorpios, you're looking for a relationship, and you don't want to just have it be just sex. You don't want to be feeling worthless. You want to have a title. You want to be with somebody. You want that commitment, and I feel like that could come in for a lot of you single Scorpios. Those of you who are going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth in a relationship, Scorpios, you need to put an end to it. You need to finally say enough is enough. You need to stop what you're doing. You need to put a stop to it. You need to decide that you deserve better than this and move forward. Okay, somebody's going to get caught in a mousetrap here. Okay, Scorpios, someone's going to get caught in a mousetrap. So, if you're wondering why the picture is what it is on this video, it's because somebody's going to get their ass caught in a mousetrap. Somebody is going to be caught either cheating, lying, or even committing adultery, for those of you that are married watching this. For some of you who have been Scorpios, who have been divorced for quite some time, you may have a relationship as a friendship with still with your ex-partner. Some of you may be reconsidering, because it's been so long since you've dated, you may be reconsidering trying to reconnect with that old partner, that ex-partner, that divorced partner that you're with, or no, but it feels like they haven't changed. The spots on the leopard didn't change. So if you think that after a certain amount of time, maybe they're changed, maybe something's better, actually, they're not. It's not, they're not, it won't be. Okay? So, again, some of you may have joined an online dating site. Some of you may be going to different functions or events where you will meet people in a social setting or an outdoor setting. Okay? So, stay tuned for that for June. Scorpios, but I do feel like there's going to be a lot of communication, unexpected text messages, unexpected phone calls or emails. Also, too, Scorpios, be aware somebody's watching you from a distance for some of you, and some of you are being watched on social media. So if you think that somebody's not looking, they actually are. And there's a lot of people dealing with Scorpios that are keeping their alert thing off so that you don't know that they're online at the time, but they actually are, but they're showing that they're not because that's the way they have their settings set so that they can watch you without you knowing. So if you think somebody's forgotten about you, they haven't. For those of you who are wondering about your ex missing you, for a lot of you, they are. For a lot of you, they've made a very bad choice, a mistake. They wish they didn't do it. They found out that the grass wasn't greener on the other side, so this could be what's going on. All right? So that's for Scorpio.